up, guys? Anthony here with Empire Music, empiremusic.com, showing off Fender Custom Shop 1958 Precision Bass. What an absolute killer instrument this is. This is part of the 2022 collection. So not to be confused with our Empire 58 that we built here and is available exclusively through us. There's some pretty drastic differences between them. Both awesome basses, but we're really focusing on this today. This one's in vintage white. I think we also have it at the time of filming in Daphne blue, shell pink, and there's a violin burst, amazingly still here. All have the anodized guards on it. And I think I did a video on a Daphne blue one already, but I kind of wanted just to circle back around to this because they're really, really killer instruments. Now, they made this as a collection guitar or a bass in 2018, which I ended up purchasing. So if you've seen any of the videos where I play the black P bass with the black anodized guard, that's kind of the same model, although a few spec differences in it. But really, really, like, and you'll hear as I move my hand around. Obviously, I wasn't moving around too much there at the intro, but these pickups in here are super dynamic. We pull out a ton of tone just in this position and this position here back towards the bridge. And if we remove these guards, you're gonna get even more right over the pickup, the palm muting thing back here. But I'll leave them on here because that's how we would ship you the bass. That's how we want you to kind of see it in the video here. So two-piece alder body on it. This one's great relicing on it. The finish checking is beautiful as always from the custom shop. Like I said, anodized guard. The engine under here is the 57 hand wound pickup. One that I had a 62 hand wound in it. Even though it was a 58, that was the pickup they were putting in there. That's also an awesome pickup. I kind of think this one's maybe a little bit, well, I've been going more kind of earlier stuff, so a little bit more compression out of it, not quite as much output. So wouldn't call it underwound, but a slightly less hot pickup than we see out of like something later in the Fender lineage. Volume tone, pretty simple stuff. Got the vintage bridge under the cover there. Big part of it, I think, is the 57 soft V profile. I just did a video on a jazz bass, so this thing feels kind of big to me, but it's right at home once I get used to it, because again, I own the same exact bass from a physical perspective, from a spec perspective as far as the neck here. But a single piece quarter sawn maple neck. I think that's so important to the output of the instrument sonically, feel-wise. You feel very connected to it because all you have is like the string onto one piece of wood here getting through the pickup to the output, so on and so forth. I don't know, there's just something kind of, I always kind of romanticize that, the less pieces of wood that you get in between, you know, what you're playing and what the output is just kind of cool. Reverse gear tuners here. And now the big boy width here at the nut, so 1.75. Again, after just playing a jazz bass, that feels kind of mammoth to me, but it's not. I think you get used to the wider string spacing there at the nut pretty quickly. And you start to kind of relish in that. You really like that because you're nailing the vintage vibe on it. What a great instrument. So we're just gonna like go through some of the sounds. So at the top, so full volume, full tone. Check it out here. So we play here and here. Listen to how different these tones are. Like, it's pretty seismic, the difference we're getting just from moving here, 4 inches down the bass. And if we move these pickup covers again, we get even more dynamic range for it. So kind of stick with the theme there. Just the way that note compresses on the attack, especially as we get up here to the D string, but it's across the spectrum there. I mean, just like, it's just it almost like flirts with jazz bass territory. It's how responsive these hand wound pickups are. I love them. Whether we're talking about the early 50s, the late 50s, the 60s, all that stuff, everything that's coming out of the custom shop, the one, regardless of the tone of the instrument, and regardless of whether we're talking about a bass, a telly, a Strat, a Jazzmaster, whatever it is, P bass, J bass, the one kind of carryover throughout that is the string that connects it all is just responsiveness. And it's really, really something special out there. So when people always ask me, is it worth jumping into custom shop? And I always say yes. If you can afford it, and obviously everyone has different budgets and everyone has different, kind of needs, and everyone's gonna have a different kind of buying experience. But man, if you can jump into custom shop stuff, regardless of what you play, you should do it, or at least do yourself the service and try it out. I think you'll really be shocked at how great the experience is. So not to go on too long of a diatribe about how cool a custom shop stuff is, but as an owner and someone that's put their own money into it, I really dig it. So we'll roll some tone back. Let's do the magical 7580. Man, and like again, just when I did like the pop stuff, this thing's in my way. That's my excuse for playing poorly. This thing's in my way, man. No, but like the compression, so interesting what a tone knob can do. It almost like changes how that compression kind of kicks in on it. It's really, really cool. So kind of keep that there. Take even a little bit more off of that. We'll go down like 10%. So we think about two opposite ends of the spectrum here. Not only do we move our hand around with just using the tone control on it, everything wide open, right? Super barky, Roll some tone off and we move our hand. Sorry for the hard hitting on the slap. So it is the raised A pole pieces. So with my heavy attack and when I'm playing without a track, oftentimes annoyingly to myself as well, but also do that real percussive kind of thing to just kind of help me keep the internal metronome going. You hear it hitting off that raised A pole piece. It's a little bit closer to me. I got to get used to that. But nonetheless, what an awesome, awesome instrument. What a great series that's come out for 2022 in the Fender Custom Shop, the 1958 Precision basses. Absolute killer feature set. Like I said, the specs are awesome. The playability is off the charts. The sound is off the charts. I mean, what a great year if you're looking for a P-bass between our Empire 58s and the 2022 collection 1958 basses. You got a whole lot to pick from, and some really So there's some big differences in there and a wide tonal selection between all that stuff. So check it out. I'll put a link below in this video. You'll see our in-stock Fender custom shop stuff. We have this in a few colors at the time of filming. We'll see at the time of you watching it. If you need something, give me a call, 412-343-5299. You can email me directly. It's anthony@empiremusic.com. See you next time. Thanks.